Hey everyone, I found an interesting study. Respiratory viruses wake up dormant cancer cells. Interesting, but also not surprising. So, one of the viruses is the COVID-19. I'm not going to say the whole thing because I could get banned. You never know. So, that is one of the viruses that is a potential oncovirus, meaning it can cause cancer and can cause progression in existing cancer cases. Seeing a trend in increased cancer deaths in the first 2 years of that pandemic, the cancer biologist Julio Aguirre-Guiso at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and James DeGregory at the University of Colorado suspected that viral infections could be activating dormant cancer cells. In partnership with research at, I'm not even going to pronounce this correct, Utrecht University, the teams showed that inflammation from viral infections activated dormant cancer cells and increased metastasis. The findings published in Nature provide important insights into cancer remission for clinicians. I will post that research study in the comments section. Dormant cancer cells are like the embers left in an abandoned campfire. And respiratory viruses are like a strong wind that reignite the flames, DeGregory said in a press release about the study findings. The researchers studied 2 models of breast cancer with dormant cells, which were infected with either the influenza A or mouse adapter SARS-CoV-2. They saw that the number of metastatic cells increased between 3 and 15 days after the infection and remained high over 9 months. That is absolutely insane. This awakening coincided with changes to cell surface markers and gene expression, with previously dormant cells expressing epithelial markers and genes related to angiogenesis and cross-linking collagen. These are characteristics of active cancer cells. These are interesting findings to me because in my situation, I was in remission or cancer-free for 4.5 years after battling breast cancer. And then after 4.5 years, it came back, and at that time, now, it is stage 4. And that's similar to what I had, I would say, because right before it came back, May 2025 for me, I was sick with some kind of a virus. I don't know if it was the flu. It was like very flu-like symptoms. It could have been one of these type of, viruses that potentially could have activated the dormant cancer cells in the body, for me specifically, because I had that February in 2025. I was sick with whatever was happening and going on in my body. And then in May of 2025, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and it metastasized all over the place in my body. So very similar to what I personally am experiencing myself currently and living it out. The study also goes on to say to mechanistically explore how the infection response activated dormant cancer cells. The researchers focused on the inflammatory cytokine interleukin 6, which is expressed early during viral infection. In contrast to wild-type mice, the researchers saw decreased cancer cell activation and metastasis in mice deficient in it. Finally, the researchers studied the correlation between cancer deaths and COVID-19 infections using 2 different data sets. In both cases, they saw an associated increased risk of death in the months following a documented infection with COVID-19. What can we do to better protect ourselves? Well, this is where it is now your responsibility as the patient, as the advocate for your health and lifestyle. Invest in your health by supporting a good immune system. Stay active. Walking, jogging, exercising, weight-bearing exercises. Keep stress levels low, as best as you can manage that, because I know that it can be very difficult to manage stress at times. As best as you can, whatever is in your hands and in your power, try to keep stress levels low, because that fuels cancer as well. Because stress lowers, cortisol lowers your immune system. To a certain degree, cortisol is good and is needed for our bodies, but extreme and constant fight and flight mode reaction of your body is not a good state for your body. It will fuel cancer cells, and it will make your immune system less stronger. And learn about effective and safe herbs, supplements that are antiviral, and incorporate more foods, whole foods, organic herbs that have anti-cancer properties. So, praying for you. I hope you guys are doing well and find this information interesting. Check out the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. And if you've experienced the same thing that I have that is relevant to this research study.